Welcome to this monthly update, joined by Brooke. But also, I've got some special guests for us.
Thomas.
Also joined by
Wyatt.
the enthusiasm, the electricity in the air, man. So these are some incredible dudes that I've gotten to know over the last few years. So, like I said, this is Wyatt. This is Thomas. What's your year and major?
I'm a senior and I'm a history major.
He knows the history of the world. Thomas,
Psychology and a sophomore.
why did you choose that major?
Well, I kind of want to do like therapy or specifically maybe help people with like gender or sexuality issues, identity stuff.
Wow.
It's tough.
Yeah, because that's not really a problem these days. I don't think you'll be able to find a job. Why do you want to be a history major?
I liked history.
You've heard it here, folks. How interested were y'all in God before coming to college?
Not very interested at all.
Yeah, same.
Actually, I'm not gonna say on a scale. How did things change then in the last few years?
After the end of the COVID year, I was invited to Chi Alpha by my friend Kendall, and just started coming, and then decided that I enjoyed following Jesus.
What's your favorite thing about Chi Alpha?
How deep the relationships are between everyone, the community that's built up.
And same to you.
Well, Chi Alpha for me changed a lot. I guess it took God from being like a thing that I theoretically believed in to something that I practically believed in and actually influenced my life and the way that I think. And I'd say my favorite thing is probably just the freedom to worship God how you want to and not be like beholden to what other people think. Really?
Good answers. So why did that? What's the difference between what do you like best about Chi Alpha? Tell them what you enjoy about Thomas. Oh, sorry. Tell them what you enjoy, Wyatt and Thomas. Sweet. You just said something, and now we're gonna block out. What is something you look forward to? That's a great question. Good job, Wyatt.
That's one of the questions I ask everyone.
Yeah, something that I really I'm gonna swallow this. Something that I really enjoy about Thomas and Wyatt, they are huge board game nerds, and the way that that has affected our culture is in more ways than you can imagine. Because a lot of people they spend a lot of their time looking at screens and playing games that only affect themselves, and doing things that only affect themselves. But these guys do such a good job of leading the culture. Like, hey guys, let's all get around tonight where we actually have to look face to face, compete with one another, and enjoy some really really cool games. Uh, what's one of your favorite games right now?
Risk.
Oh, Risk, which is like a 12-hour game when you play with a bunch of people that are strategic.
Root, which is Risk but better.
Yeah, so some of y'all may have heard of Risk, but even like Root is a newer game that's teaching me that it just takes a lot of intentionality. And the only reason that people would be bought in to learn new complex games is because they have led in such a way that people actually want to be around them and they feel loved by these guys, and it makes it makes it way less about the game and more about like what's going on. And the ministry has been growing incredibly through these guys. On top of the ministry growing, something else has been growing. Yeah, I did that. Well, Micah is doing it, but without me, she couldn't do it. So makes sense. I feel like I'm the more important one in that formula, right? We did just find out the gender. Oh shoot, should we tell them the gender?
Do you want to tell them?
It rhymes with whirl.
It's not a boy.
I don't know if they heard that.
It's not a boy.
Yeah. So we're super excited. She's 12 weeks. Yeah, she's 12 weeks. So due in April, which is kind of scary because it's like, oh crud. Didn't know. Yeah, didn't know I was gonna be a dad this soon. So Brooke's gonna have a little human to look after. Um, I think that's about it. Please be praying for these guys. They are, well, Thomas is still a sophomore, but he's got a lot of schooling to get done. Wyatt's almost done, but he also has something to tell us.
I'm going to be doing the internship with Chi Alpha this summer.
Yeah. So we have a ministry internship that we're going through, or that we have. We have 3 students actually that are doing it, or 3 people that had graduated that had felt a call from God that they feel more called into campus ministry. And so they're doing an internship through us to test that calling. And at the end of it, if they can hang around, then we'll be growing our staff team. So I'll probably be interviewing them the next week, so y'all can get to know them. But this is Wyatt and Thomas, so please keep them in your prayer. And yeah, just pray for their pride as I destroy them in more board games. It's just a really hard thing to work through, as y'all know. It's hard for me, having to humble myself, all the time, because I just don't want to make it look too bad. Wyatt understands. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Go Mox. Well done. That was a lot better. That was good. That was a lot better, guys. That was a lot better.